Hi children, hello, how are you all? Hope all had a good time. All are doing good, isn't it? Yes. It's good to hear that all are safe, all are good. Why? Because many times we hear here in some places causes great damage to the life and property of human beings. Some incidents we hear daily, newspapers we read about accidents, etc. But there are some incidents or events we say that happens, without any information, without any news, without any information. Suddenly this happens and it causes a great loss to life and property of human beings. Everyone will get affected, like animals, birds, plants, human beings. Due to some natural factors, we can say. We are all living in the earth, isn't it? Yes. So here there are things that happens very naturally also. There are many things that happens naturally. Or these things, without any information, they come suddenly, immediately, called some emergencies we say. So such situations that happens immediately, or emergency situations that happens due to some natural factors, they are called disasters we say. Disaster. D-I-S-A-S-T-E-R. Disaster. Okay. These are some things or some event that happens immediately without any information, without any prior information. Immediately, sudden effect. It will create a great impact on human life, loss of human life and property. Some activities are natural activities happens here in the earth. We are living on earth. See, in the earth, under the deep layers, sometimes some kind of shaking or some problems happens. Because of that, this kind of disaster happen. Example, we can say earthquake. You know about tsunami. Earthquakes, tsunami, floods, cyclones. They are natural disaster, we say, disasters. They are common natural disasters. They never tells us before they arrive, isn't it? It means many scientists, everyone are researching on this kind of things, but still mostly without information, this suddenly it happens. Emergency. Okay. So we don't know what is really happening under the deep layers of earth. So it happens suddenly, immediately, and it creates a great loss to human life and property. So some of these incidents you might have already heard in TV, newspapers about tsunami and all. How many people were killed or how many people were missing, and many people became handicapped. They lost their houses. Many of them become homeless because of these natural disasters, because of earthquake, because of tsunamis, floods. They lost the property, whatever they made, the house, the things, everything. Human beings, they lost. Some of them lost their life itself. So these things or these natural disasters create a great loss to all of the human beings, animals. Those who are living in the earth, all the living beings, all get affected by these natural disasters. So you heard about many incidents like this, isn't it? So let us learn more about this, how this happened, what are the problems happens when these disasters hit the earth. How can we take precautions, how can we take prevention from this? What can we do after earthquake occurs, or what precaution we can take during that time? How this is happening? about all these things, how we can manage this. So we learn in detail about this disaster management. Disaster management, that is the topic for today. Disaster management, lesson 15. Disaster management. Okay, so let us learn more about this. Okay, children. Lesson 15, disaster management. Here we can see two children, the talking, what the conversation. Let's see what Radhika and Mihika are talking about. Radhika, do you know the meaning of natural disasters? Natural disaster means what? Do you know? Yes, Mihika, the activities such as earthquakes, floods, etc. occur naturally and affect the life of humans and animals alike. Yes, I know what is this natural disasters. Example she is giving to Mihika. Radhika is telling earthquakes, floods, cyclones, tsunami. These are all natural disasters and it affect all animals and human beings. Same effect. Same effect on whoever lives on earth. They are called natural disasters. Yes, so Radhika and Mihika are talking about natural disasters. Let us see what are this. Let's learn about earthquake, volcanoes, tides and tsunamis, drought, floods, cyclones. These are common natural disasters, we say, that occur naturally in the earth. There are many activities going on around us in the atmosphere or deep under the earth. See, under the earth, many activities, natural activities are going on that we cannot see. We won't able to know what is happening under the layers of earth. So, that means earth has different layers. Earth is round in shape. Like this earth is round in shape, we know. So earth has different layers, we say. Different layers are there for the earth. Different layers. So in these layers, if anything happens, we won't able to know. So these are natural things that happens. So under the earth, deep inside under the earth, these layers of earth, there are some activities are going on. These natural activities or phenomenon, these activities or we say this event, phenomenon, the incident we say, have a direct influence on human life. These activities has some influence. Directly it will affect the human life. Many times their impact result in loss of human life and property. Many times this impact, this influence or the strong effect was on mainly human beings and animals, their life and property. We call them natural disasters. So they are known as natural disasters. The events or the incidents that happens under the layers of earth, the natural activities that happens under the earth, which has direct influence on human growth, great influence on the loss of human life and property. They are natural disasters, we say. The first natural disaster we are going to learn is about earthquake. Okay, so the sudden movement of a part of the earth's surface is called an earthquake. Sudden movement of the part of earth's surface. Earth's surface gets shakes. Okay, a sudden movement happens. It is on the earth's surface. It is called earthquake. These movements are caused by the shifting of the layers of rocks deep under the earth crust. So I told you earth is made up of different layers. So the outer layer, the outermost layer of earth, the outer layer is called actually crust. The outer layer of earth is crust. Earth's crust we say. The outer layer. Inner layer is called mantle we say. M-A-N-T-L-E, mantle. And the second layer, third layer, it is called core, C-O-R-E. So earth is made up of three main layers: crust, mantle, core. The outer layer is called as crust. Outer layer of earth is crust actually. So there what is happening, you know, this layer is made up of some rocks. This layer has some rocks in it. So sometimes a sudden movement of that, sudden movement or sudden shaking, it results in earthquake. Okay. So the movements are caused by the shifting of the layers of rocks deep under the earth. Shifting of layers means here this layer is crust, outermost layer is made up of rocks, I said. So some movement is going on there. Every time it has to move, some movement is going on. But this movement gets stuck sometimes. It won't move, these layers. Suddenly, because of some more pressure, under more pressure and heat, this starts move more, I think, means the sudden effect, we say, the sudden movement, it starts move a lot or shakes a lot. It results in earthquake. The actual point deep inside the earth where an earthquake begins is called the focus. Where it starts actually inside the earth, it starts first. The shaking first starts inside the earth. That point where it starts is called focus. And the point on the earth's surface directly above the focus is called epicenter. So on the surface of the earth above the focus, it is called epicenter. So focus is there. Focus means the point deep inside the earth where the shaking start is focus, and above focus on the earth's surface, the impact comes on the earth's surface. Shaking effect will come to directly on the earth's surface. It is epicenter. Epicenter is the place where really earthquakes happens. The maximum effect of earthquake is felt at the epicenter, and the effect reduces as we move away from the epicenter. So earth's surface of the earth where we are living, here the maximum effect will be. The effect will reduce if we move from this space, then the effect gets reduced. So earthquakes means what? The sudden movement of the part of earth's surface is called an earthquake. Sudden movement, suddenly when we are as usual, as normal, when everything are going on, suddenly this movement, this shaking starts. A sudden movement of the part of earth's surface is called earthquake. It is actually earthquake. Sudden movement of the part of earth's surface is earthquake. It actually happens in the deep inside the layers of earth. So the outer layer is called crust. The outer layer of earth is made up of crust, we say. The outer layer of earth is called crust, we say. Here different rocks are there moving here, and the movement is taking place here. Sometimes this movement gets stuck, and because of more heat, large amount of heat or heat pressure, we say, more pressure, this movement, what happens to this movement? It gets shakes, or the sudden movement, it results in sudden movement. It is called earthquake, and it happens deeply inside the earth. It is where the point it starts, it is focus, and above focus where the effect is maximum on the earth's surface, and it is epicenter, we say. So some earthquakes are mild only, but some are very strong and violent also. It causes great damage to human life and property. Some a little movement only, it won't damage anything. It doesn't cause any more destruction, we say, but some are very strong and violent. It causes a great loss and damage to human life and property. All the roads, transport, everything, electric lines, cause damage. Then what happens? Many people become homeless. So like that, many things happens, many loss happens when earthquakes occurs, if it is so strong and violent. So effects of earthquakes: destruction of buildings, trees, roads and vehicles. See, destruction, damage, some damage that we cannot repair it. That kind of destruction happens for buildings, trees, roads and vehicles. Huge loss of life, humans and animals. Loss of life. Many people will killed because of this earthquake. Because of this earthquake, many people go under the mud and all. This house gets shakes, it falls, and many people will go under it, isn't it? Then they die. Spread of diseases, yeah. Here and there, everything gets damaged. Trees fall down, houses, buildings, everything falls, and every connection gets lost, isn't it? No water, no transport. Then some kind of diseases also happens. Spread of diseases. So this is the thing that happens when earthquakes are there. When earthquakes happens, these are the destruction effects that results in the earth to the people. So earthquake means the sudden movement of earth, part of the earth surface is earthquake, and the point where the earthquake starts, it is focus, and above the focus where the maximum impact happens is epicenter. The maximum problem happens on the earth's surface itself, it is epicenter. Because of earthquakes, destruction happens to buildings, trees, roads, vehicles, huge loss of human life and spread of diseases. These are the things, these are the effects of earthquakes. Now, how can we measure the earthquake, whether it is strong or mild? How can we measure it? Can we measure the effect, the strength of earthquake? Let's see. The effects of earthquake depends on the force with which they occur. Yes, it depends on the force. How the force, the impact, it depends on the force which they occur. I told some are mild earthquakes, some are very strong. Some earthquakes are so weak that they just shake materials kept on a shelf. Some earthquakes are so mild. During that earthquake, we can feel a shake. Just wherever we are, we just shake, or we can see the books on the shelf are shaking. A small shake happens. While some are so strong that buildings fall down and lead to the death of numerous people. See, some are very mild, so weak, but some are so strong that buildings falls down, trees falls down, and even people die. Then, the intensity of an earthquake can be determined using an instrument called the seismograph. Yes, the intensity, that effect, the degree of the strength, that force we can measure, earthquake degree we can measure through an instrument called seismograph. Seismograph we say. Instrument used to measure an earthquake or study of earthquake. Instrument used to measure an earthquake. It is seismograph. Richter scale is a standard scale that is used for finding out the intensity of earthquakes on a scale of 1 to 10. There is a scale called Richter scale. Richter scale. There is a scale called Richter scale where the intensity of earthquake, the force of the earthquake we can measure by measuring this standard scale. The scale has 1 to 10 numbers in it. Earthquakes measuring 1 to 2 on a scale will hardly be felt. If the scale shows the measurement 1 to 2 means okay, no, very mild, very weak earthquake. Earthquakes measuring 3, 4, 5. The scale is, the measurement is up to 5 or 3 or 4. It can cause damage. Yes, it can cause damage to property. Earthquakes measuring 6 and above. The scale is there up to 1 to 10, right? 1 to 10. So if the scale measurement is 1 to 2 means the damage is very less, or earthquake is very mild, but it is 3, 4 or 5, then we can say that on the scale it shows damage to property. And if it is above 6 and above means damage will be great loss. It results in widespread damage to property and can also cause death. Widespread means serious damage. If the richer scale, in the scale, if the earthquake's force is above 6, the intensity, if it is above 6 and above, then what happens? A great loss to the life and property of human beings. So, seismograph is an instrument to measure the intensity of earthquake. If the earthquake occurs, how much force it will come, how much damage it causes, that we can measure through seismograph. And Richter scale is a standard scale where we can find out the intensity of earthquakes. If it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1 or 2 means mild earthquake, 3, 4, 5 means it can cause damage, but if it is 6 and above, it causes serious damage, a widespread damage to life and property of human beings. It can also cause death. Yes. Here are some of the ways in which you can be safe during an earthquake. So, if earthquake occurs suddenly, then what should you do? Do not run around in panic. You should never become so fear in panic. Earthquakes, you should not run. Usually, people get panic. They get fear. They scare, isn't it? So, you should keep calm. Do not be panic and run around here and there. You should not do. Keep calm. Do not fear. If you are inside a room, take shelter under a table or a bed. If you are when the earthquakes, when it is shaking, you are inside the room, then you go under a table or under a bed. Do not stand under or near objects that can fall and hit you. You never stand under some objects that can fall and hit you. Just like windows, mirrors or hanging pots or somewhere. You should not stand near any of these items. You should go under the table or bed. Do not use an elevator if you are on the upper floors. If you are staying in up floor, in a flat if you are staying, or if you, at that time if you are in office, you are in second floor, third floor, fifth floor, upper floor. Do not use any lift or elevator to come down. Always use staircase. If steps are there, use that. Do not use any elevator or like lifts. If you are outdoors, if you are outside, if earthquakes is there, if you are outside, if you happen to be outside, stand in an open area, away from any building and tree. Yes, you have to be away from buildings and trees. You stand in an open area. Why? Because buildings, earthquakes means buildings can fall down, trees fall down. So if you're outside, then go soon to an open area. Don't stand near any buildings or tree. So these are the things that you should take care of if sudden an earthquake occurs. Do not be panic and run around here and there. Go under a table and sit, or under a bed. Do not stand near any objects that can fall on you. If you are upstairs, don't use lift or elevator to come down. You use staircase. And if you are outside, then don't stand near any buildings or trees. Go to an open area and stand. These are the things that you can take care of if earthquakes occur suddenly. Of course, it occurs suddenly only, isn't it? Without information, this disaster happens suddenly. It's an immediate effect, we say, isn't it? Emergency situation it is. So that time you should never become panic. Keep calm, and then you should think. For thinking also no time. Anyway, all of them become panic. But at least if you know these points, then remember this. Do not stand near any building or any tree or any objects that fall down. At least you can take care of yourself. So the first natural disaster we learned is about an earthquake. It is a sudden movement of the part of Earth's surface. It is earthquake. It caused great damage to or great loss to human life and property, because it happens suddenly under the layers of earth. Some shaking happens, movement happens, and the maximum impact is on the epicenter, on the earth's surface. Yes, it caused great destruction to life and human life and property, animals, etc. So huge loss and spread of diseases. These are the effects of earthquakes. So we can measure the earthquake force using instrument called seismograph. Some earthquakes are mild. It don't cause any damage. It won't cause any great damage. But some earthquakes are very strong and violent, cause great loss to human life and property. So Richter scale is a standard scale where we can see the intensity of an earthquake, and then we learned about what the ways which we can be safe during an earthquake. Okay.